That's what Zach Wilson probably was thinking as he looked at Robert Saleh as he gave him the boot. Listen, hear what our thoughts are on this episode. What it do, YouTube? It is the Super Biased Sports Show, a place where a fan can be a fan no matter how biased they're taken. I'm one of your dope hosts, B Rob. I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys introduce themselves.
Again, you already know it's me, Ramon, the Bonnie Man, aka Ramon Knows, aka Ramon Corner. Holla.
It's your boy T-Top here. Make some noise, because we them boys. Let's go.
You already know the mafia is already showing out. So your boy Pedro. Let's hear it.
All right, man. So we already know what happened. Zach Wilson, at a certain point in the game, a practice team called up, inserted into the game, and Zach Wilson sat on the sideline and watched as somebody takes snaps.
One,
And he
two,
sat on the
three.
bench.
Out.
Till the end
Is this it for Zach Wilson or
of
not?
the
I mean,
road.
in my mind. But let me know what y'all thinking, man.
Going. He's out of here.
So
Man is done. He's done, son. Get that man out of here.
He's
terrible. He's
Oh.
gone.
he's not out.
Mm,
He's not.
His days in New York is over.
convince him,
Yeah.
man. Tell me something, man.
So let's be real. He can't be. And you want to know why? The reason why is because NFL teams can't admit when they're wrong.
That's a fact.
He was the,
That's a fact.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Good point.
that's the soul. Should he be gone? 100%. Yes.
Fact.
He should have been gone last week. He should have been gone as soon as White stepped on that field. Let's be real. You know what I mean? But NFLs can't. So with that, him getting that first round pick and getting all those accolades and everything, they're not going to give up on him, quote unquote. But I would be very surprised because he's going to stick around for at least 2 more years just because of how cheap he is too. They're going to keep him around. They probably won't sign his 5th-year deal, but this won't be the last time we talk about Zach Wilson. I don't think.
They might even pick up that 5th-year option just to see how if
Just
they can trade
money
him.
wise, yeah.
Yeah, or
I
to
can
see
see
if
that.
they can trade him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Always
So-
getting traded.
Wow.
He's
No, but like
not good.
in just a little bit more on that, he would probably be great under like a veteran QB. Like I understand they have Joe Flacco, but like I don't want to say it like a winning because Joe Flacco had a Super Bowl and everything, but
Pretty
he
veteran.
needs some mentorship. He needs some real mentorship.
But what
Pretty
what
veteran right there.
quarterback that's on his way out, so to
Rodgers.
speak, that's still good, that's actually going to mentor?
That's a fact.
Well, yeah.
Tom Brady don't do it.
That
Rodgers
was the
definitely
first
don't
person
do
I
it.
thought of was Tom Brady, but like Aaron Rodgers won't do it. I honestly don't know. He needs something though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He needs a
Well,
career
look.
change. You better go
Look,
deep.
if I was to tap into my inner Shady McCoy, I'm not gonna use the explicit words, but Zach Wilson, to me, yo, he's trash. Okay, like
He's
listen
trash.
to this.
Not
All right,
not
now listen to this. Listen to this. Right, 62% passing completion, 2,048 yards, averaging 7.5 per completion, 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, with the longest of 56 yards. And then also on top of it, 1,000 yards rushing off of 143 attempts this year with 8 touchdowns, with your longest run being 67 yards. Now, if I told y'all that was Zach Wilson, I would ask for one of y'all to slap me. But for some reason, the New York Jets tried to convince us that Zach Wilson was better than Justin Fields. And this is what Justin Fields is doing this season. 1,000-yard rusher, trying to break Lamar Jackson's record for
Which he
single
probably might.
season rushing yards for a
he will.
quarterback. also has 2K passing yards. Now, that might not seem like a lot, but just imagine with this defense that the Jets have and what Chicago has been doing, right? In every single game, putting up points. And imagine if you had Justin Fields, even with all his bad mechanics that he have right now and all these things that he's working on improving, but if he had that running game, he had that defense and that wide receiver core. Like, come on now. Like, we talk about what Philly is doing with the read option. Come on, like you could have had that in New York with Justin Fields, with whomever they put at running back. And it's just like, yo, they really tried to convince us that this kid, the way I see it is, from the end of college football, those kids that played in the actual college playoffs played more games than the kids that didn't, or maybe ended their season at a bowl game. So Justin Fields went to a natty, even though he lost. From the time that he ended the last 0-0 in the national championship to the NFL draft, somehow some kid named Zach Wilson comes up out of nowhere. Now, mind you, for Justin Fields' entire career, he's always been 1A to Trevor Lawrence. Come on, Jets. Make it make sense. Your math ain't mathing. Like,
it doesn't.
It make sense, man.
They can't. Yes, there it is. We're not going to say it, but we're going to. We know what it is. We know what it is.
Make it make sense, man.
We know what it is.
Focus. We know. Everybody knows. But this man is just terrible. Like, this is Nathan Peterman all over again. And I don't even know how that dude is still in the NFL because he was terrible for the Buffalo Bills, but he still gets a chance.
Exceptions in one game.
But there's dudes like Colin Kaepernick and what's his name from the Panthers, black dude, Cam Newton, that don't have jobs. This is crazy. We know what it is. This dude is bad. Like, he's bad for business. He's bad for quarterbacks. Like, he gives quarterbacks a bad name. I think that he threw that game last night. I think he did that on purpose. Like, I think that he was upset because he got benched. That's the only thing. You cannot be a top number 2 pick and look that bad.
Let me ask one question though. I mean, reports have been said that he's a horrible leader. Do you think he tried throwing that game, or do you think that his teammates?
Yes.
Through the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, he tried.
I know what you mean. You
know what I'm saying?
Like, his team quit on him, kind of like how Washington quit on RG3. Yes, they did. It's a mix of both of them.
100%.
Quit, and he
it's not my fault why we didn't score over 3 points. I'm quitting for you too. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you think about it, if you this defense, you got a top 5 defense. Like, legitly, the Jets. Especially in second half splits. When it comes to first half to second half, right now, if you do the numbers, the Jets in the league total has a top 5 defense, especially in the second half. If I'm a defender and every time I walk out on that field, because I've been on the field for at least 60 or 70 snaps now, and every time I look up at that Jumbotron or wherever it may be, if I'm in Dallas and doing this, right? Yes. Every time I step on the field, I'm playing snap after snap, risking myself, about to get injured. And then I look at my sideline and I see the offense, they ain't scoring no points. Like, they ain't give me no buckets. It's like, bro, I don't want to play hard for you.
Listen,
I don't want to play hard for you.
I've experienced that. In high school, I played in a football game, and I swear, I felt like, and this was the first half of football, I felt like I played a whole game. By the time we got in the third quarter, I said, Coach, I'm done playing for the day, because it was like
three and out.
Quarterback was Zach Wilson. It was pick after pick after pick. It was terrible. So if I was on the Jets defense, I quit in high school. If I was in the pros, I'd have been like, yo, I'm done. I would have been like
I was just about to say, no, better yet, the dude that walked out on the Bills, what was his name?
Oh, he retired at halftime.
I would have retired.
Devontae Davis?
Yeah.
I quit.
The first thing they was like, "Hey, yo, I don't want no more of this."
Yo, Pedro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm beginning to think that Ramon takes every chance now.
That was
Right.
the only what other person quit in the middle of a game like that?
Hey,
Tell
you
me.
you could have chose not to say that though.
Right. We already had the example of Antonio Brown. My man did it way worse.
No,
At least
I wanted a defensive player.
Example.
I wanted a defensive player though.
No,
That walked off.
we had the best, most publicized example of Antonio Brown quitting, legit. And you gave us a
took his
player.
jersey
took off his jersey and everything. Like at least Davis did it like in the locker room. He was like,
exactly.
you know.
We didn't find out until the game was over. Like every single time. Look, he got the holster ready for
reports
you.
did
Man.
surface at halftime. Reports did surface that a Bills player.
Just say no.
Hey, I need our viewers to make sure they tune in when the Giants don't make the playoffs and Draymond super
I
quiet.
already clipped that because somebody else in here said they ain't making it, and he said, "Clip this, clip this." I clipped it,
Let's
and
do
I
it.
just waited. But,
All right, so Pedro, tap in with us. Is Zach Wilson the biggest bust or not?
Who we comparing him to?
That's the real question.
So reports have already been there's already been Instagram little memes and everything. They're comparing him to Jamarcus Russell, as NFL on CBS has done. And
That's
the
ugly.
numbers don't lie. So I understand they're damn near the same. If you look at it too, like the only reason why you can make a favor for Zach Wilson being a bigger bust is just the weapons that he has. Weapons that Jamarcus Russell had was his best receiver was a tight end, Zach Miller. He had Curry, not Steph Curry, but some other guy named Curry. Right. I legit looked through the whole entire team in 07, and I couldn't tell you anyone on there that I actually knew.
And that's bad.
So, and that was obviously his rookie season, and it didn't get any better in 08 and 09 for Jamarcus. Now, with that being said, like I said, the stats are all the same. I just think also their leadership skills are the same, where it's 0 to none. There's been those stories where like they would send film tape to Russell and it'd be blank tapes, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I watched it," and then go on the field and do trash. So I don't know if it's the same kind of thing, or like he's playing Call of Duty. He's trying to get them things. Yeah, Zach Wilson. I still think it's a little too young. The reason why I don't want to call him the biggest bust. There's been things where like Ryan Tannehill, when he was playing with Miami, he was trash. As soon as he went over to Tennessee, the coaching and all that, and he also had a.
Pedro, let me ask you this: was Ryan Tannehill a number 2 overall draft pick though?
He wasn't. You're absolutely right. Right. So I'm trying to fight for.
He also isn't a cancer in the locker room. He also isn't a cancer in the locker room. He's actually a good leader. Like we've never heard, although he doesn't want to mentor the next QB coming up. We also never heard him say that it's not the offense's fault that they only got 3 points in a game. Like,
very true.
No, I wouldn't even hold that against Ryan Tannehill because, shoot, for us who play football, we know if it's somebody. If we play in varsity and somebody from freshman or JV come up, you like, nah, why would I tell him? I'm trying to get my own PT.
My job.
So like,
yeah.
So no, I'm with that. I'm gonna say I think he is the biggest bust.
I think look, before we wrap up, let me ask y'all: do y'all think that there is a legit? What will be the ideal path for Zach Wilson to obtain some kind of success in his career? Would it be leaving the Jets?
No, I know.
Just retire.
No. He could do what old boy did. The Jets' old quarterback, butt fumble guy,
Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. And go announce. That's his path.
Okay.
Yeah. Football ain't that for him. Like There's dogs and then there's bums. He's not a dog. Like, you got to be a dog in the NFL.
In Shady's words, he's just
Yeah.
Well, whatever. We already seen what happened on that. But Zach Wilson just, to me, just looking at him, like, he just doesn't have it. Like, the way he carries himself, like, you have to, in order to be a leader of not just a team but a franchise, like, you got to be like a dog, and that's what he's just not. Like, he's, a good quarterback. Like I said in one of our videos, my head coach in college said, when we win, it's because y'all did your jobs. When we lose, it's because I didn't do my job. That's what a leader says. That's how he goes about it. He's not that. Zach Wilson is like, yo, if we win, I did it. If we lose, y'all did it. Like, that's how he is. So, I think he just, like he said, he needs to hang it up. I think it's time for him to call it quits. Just like this episode. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We appreciate all of our subscribers. The channel is blowing up, and we appreciate y'all. All the comments, all the likes, the subscribes. Keep it going. We're going to get to 1,000 real quick. All thanks to you guys. So this is your boy Tea Time. That's Ramon the Bonnet. That's B-Rob and your boy Pedro. We checking out. We appreciate y'all. Peace.